This is Ralph of Rosa Stage joining you today to talk about the Wasteland. This is a report that I wanted to put through. In one of my books, I talk about the Wasteland, and that is my book, Damsel Heroine. In that book, the appendix portion talks about a land that was desolate, which is our Earth, before everything was created. Um, there was a cataclysmic dust, volcanoes, volcanic action, lava, water all over the surface. Now, it took active force to actually get the earth to produce grassland. It took some type of design, of course. I'm sure you imagine if you would find yourself on this type of earth with um, surfaces, substances that make life unsustainable, there would have to have there would have to be some type of a hope uh, to bring about this life and this chirping of life that we hear all around us. Unfortunately, climate change is bringing our Earth to the situation in which life is unsustainable. This year, 2021, climate change has crept into a state that is so alarming that we don't even understand. I use the term elusive to describe how unpredictable the change can be, how sudden. For example, um, 3 floods took place this year, ripping earth from states and cities, uh, causing deaths of about 1,000 people in Europe, Germany, Belgium. Also, there was a flood in South Africa. Now, when we look at these things, we see that climate change is really happening at a fast rate. What do we do about that? There have been so many summits that have been planned year after year, commitments that have been made, contracts made to uh, reduce emissions, to purchase more electricity planning. So these things are happening. However, emissions are high, so we have the flooding. Unfortunately, this year we had drought in Europe. We heard reports of drought in Europe, and we're looking at the reports and we're saying to ourselves, yes, there's a drought, but what does it mean for us? And so when we see these things happening, let me show you what I was looking at. You can't see that. Okay, when we see these things happening, we're wondering what is going to happen to our Earth. I looked at the report of Europe's rivers on CNN, and also on different media outlets, and it's shocking. Several rivers have dried up to the point of not being able to sustain maritime travel. This is something that's very alarming, and this has not happened. This has not happened in 500 years, they say. So this is basically what Wasteland is about that I talk about in my book. As the climate change and catastrophes get worse, our Earth will and can get to a state of looking like it did before we had life on Earth. Cataclysmic dust, larvae, surfaces full of water, volcanic action, and this is happening at a fast rate. So what does it take for a change to happen and secure the Earth? Once we see that life is so unsustainable and we're close to that cataclysmic state, um, it's going to take hope, faith for the Earth to turn around uh, and become what we need it to be, a paradise. So now we're going to keep updates on what's going on and keep you posted. This is what Wasteland is about, and let's keep our hope alive and faith alive. If you heard about the paradise before, don't give up hope. It can happen, but what are we saying? Is it man's efforts? We've tried, but certain gross domestic products cause so much emission that it is also hard to control climate change. It's also hard to control the methods by which we gain our gross domestic products. We're talking about fossil fuel, which is very lucrative. I just wanted to wrap this up. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to having you listen further. Have a great day.